Welcome to a spirit animal message. And I would like to say that thank you for everyone who has been following me and just know that you're being noticed. Anyone who has been commenting and really vibing with me. I hadn't loaded for a few days, and there was just some me I had to work through. So I appreciate anyone's patience for this reading, specifically because it had gotten 1,000 views on its short. So because of that reason, I am definitely going to dive deeper into this message, which when I was starting to engage with it, the message was a spiritual, something you were about to learn. The viewer, those that are that will resonate to this message, receiving information about yourself spiritually, or learning something about yourself spiritually. This is something that could have been, and I'm wearing yellow, and this message was posted a few days ago, and I almost want to say that some people may have already figured it out, or may have already started to get a taste of this inner knowing, or this spiritual sort of liberation, because it's the shadow parts of the self that isn't just easily seen or taste or touched or felt. It's through inner work and resonance and finding that, match pitch with the external and the internal world, right? And finding that resonance, right? When I started the message, that's what the message felt. It was this message of someone receiving, and it was right at your, whoever this resonates to, it's this message of a spiritual enlightenment about yourself. So it's like being enlightened about the more authentic version of self. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. And that was an emphasis that felt very strong. To just be yourself. To peel back the layers of self and to embody a more authentic version of self in the present, a healthy version of self too. It's another thing was, how are you holding yourself back? That was a question that I was thinking of asking. Is like, what is in the way of, what is holding you back from being a more whole and complete version of yourself? What can you clear? Penguin, Puffin, partnership, or Puffin, partnership. This was Penguin. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. And what I didn't notice about this message before is that these are both forms of, I think these are both forms of penguin, just in different parts of the world. And this is written in regards of, community partnerships, connections, making new connections that are going to assist you on your path of becoming more authentic, finding versions of yourself that you fall more in alignment with. You know, I feel like there's so many, energies out there that you could, they say, surround yourself with the energy that you would like to, reflect out into the world. So I feel like you're bringing yourself, are people that are resonating to who you are flocking in some way to be a part of your community, be a partner in who you are as a person, because you're this gift. That was this other part of this message, is that those coming here, you to remember you are a gift, and that you are the gift of the present moment of yourself, right? Because no one else is going to live your life, and no one else can love you like the way you can. I think about how sometimes we seek validation from someone outside of ourselves, when in actuality, looking at yourself in the mirror and reflecting and introspecting and figuring out how you can love you, and then you become more magnetized to receive love and not be in a space where you're, and if that's at all an issue, where it's like you don't want that you wouldn't want that lack mentality, I guess. Then we have Raven Shaman. You are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and your words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. And I feel like for those that are coming to this message, this is an actual totem to, I feel like, confirm a way of perceiving the world. Perceiving the world in this unique way where you're able to perceive through the veil of separation. The veil of separation is thin for you. You perceive others. You're very sensitive to how others are feeling. And it's not just that. It's this multi-dimensional sense. And then we had this Four of Wands, which then has the Raven right here, which is also this card of an event or a relationship going to the next level. And I think about how that could also be your relationship with yourself. And it doesn't necessarily have to be with another person. And I see this bird by itself with this nest. It's looking like it's building amongst this Four of Wands, which is 4 is this foundational number. Raven. And then we had the Raven right here. Maybe perceiving that you're ready to receive love or to level up in connection, being more willing to connect to others. It's more than that. This is a form of spiritual enlightenment of self and of the self outside of self, because of the Raven. The Raven is this energy that can see. I think about how the Raven can see spirits and communicate and hear them even also. Judgment. Yeah, because it's like Judgment is also this card of awakening. And I see these reindeer pulling the sleigh, and it's like Christmas. Being awakened to your consciousness. You may have been experiencing some form of dark night of the soul, or some anxiety or stress about something. I feel like it's about what has yet to be revealed, what is unknown to you. There's things that are actually pushing you out of your comfort zone, out of your even home, perhaps even. You're remaining strong through everything. There's this thought of like a silver lining, and there's like this silver lining. Almost to say, you know, try not to be fearful. Try to shift yourself on the inside if this is something you're experiencing. Maybe clearing yourself and being open to guidance, divine guidance, meditating and connecting with yourself for guidance. And then we have Magician, and you see this fox. Cleverness, adaptability, swiftness. They cloak themselves, so they also have this almost secretive energy too. So it's they move in this like shadow, where when you see them, it's maybe when they're crossing the road or something, but they're so stealthy. So you've been manifesting the stealth energy that you're going to need in the present moment at any given time. Not to say, because it's already here, right? What you need in the present moment is already here. You've been manifesting it. You've been using your clever energy. You may be experiencing some, stresses or challenges in your life, but you're actually manifesting your way right through everything. And you're actually transforming. You're actually going through a metamorphosis, is what I feel also. And you are surrounded by choices and options and like your path is opening up in so many ways. I think about how the dragonfly symbolizes this metamorphosis. When the dragonfly emerges out of the water and its colors are actualized. That's when it gets its wings and soars. And I see how we had the anxiety, but then this manifesting energy, then it's like you're seeking out. I thought about the transformative. There is this transformative energy. And then a spiritual lesson of some sort that really alchemizes you within to be of a different perception, a different way of feeling and being about yourself energetically or spiritually, is leading to abundant options moving forward. And it's not to say that the spirituality is, it's perceiving, it's the way that you are now perceiving, and it's freeing you. It's freeing you from within. It's liberating you from within to expand what is possible for you. Destiny. Destiny. I feel like your destiny is to maybe relinquish some of this control with the universe, to be more playful with the universe, to be your inner weird. That was another part of this. It's like to allow yourself to be yourself in this more, I don't know, free space. This is the Four of Cups. And within that, that is more to me saying that your destiny is to open up and be, or maybe being more careful with how you resource yourself, or how, you know, being comfortable with, you know, what is required for you to be with you. This is also this energy of stagnation, but it's to say maybe to pace yourself, to be allowed to pace yourself, and to be unstuck. Something about retrieval too just came to mind, like retrieving. Your destiny is also to retrieve the parts of you that maybe had been left at the bottom of the sea, almost forgotten. And then we have the High Priestess, which, weaving that web, having that inner knowing of what is to come, because you've already been working with yourself, already been working with the universe to weave your web of life forward. And then there's this shadow with this moon slowly getting more clear, because it's the can't remember what phase that is off the top of my head. I see all these little sparks. It's like these are the truths about yourself that you catch in your web of self, which reveals more of who you are in the present moment. To know thyself, and all those are those bits that you've been receiving intuitively about yourself. In the distant past, you may had been just doing your best to not move too quickly and take that time to get clear with yourself. And no matter how slow that may had been, perceived, you allowed that space for yourself, and it was self-preservation, where you perceive that moving ahead too quickly wouldn't have served you in the greater, scheme of life. You chose to be that confident version of yourself and lead to the victory that you've been working on, or the spiritual. And then we have the temperance. So $21.12, so 3-3-33. I think this is speaking of choosing yourself in a way to stand in your color, stand in that vibrancy of self. With the King of Wands, this Tasmanian Devil, and this Flamingo Temperance. Raising your vibrations. This was in the distant past, where you chose to work on yourself, which raised your vibrations, which gave you this inner permission to be your more vibrant version of self, to be this leader of self. And as far as your environment, there's things to be revealed. We have the moon. And I see this owl. And I think about, the owl is this representation of wisdom, of spiritual wisdom. You'll be receiving the spiritual wisdom that is right in front of you. It's like it's right in front of you. There's something almost, and this is what I was feeling at the start of it. It's like right at your feet. There's something right in front of you, but also hidden in plain sight. Oh my God, that's another thing. I see this reflection, and I've never noticed this about this image. You see how the moon is reflecting from above into this water. And I think about how the moon affects the tide. It raises the water within someone's body. So I feel like there's something you're gonna be able to more clearly perceive energetically or spiritually about yourself. When it's clearly reflected back to you. It's going to be clearly reflected back to you. Perception or perspective. A perspective is potentially traveling, and you're also receiving justice over what wasn't clear or what was misjudged. You're receiving the clear sight from other people, which is assisting any road blockages or any indecisions from others or yourself. It's like that clarity of self is bringing you the partners that you would need, because the justice is people see you more clearly. And what was in your way is actually being moved out of the way in this effortless way, like this divine time way, through your action steps. An environment card. Okay, environment. So there's something taking its time coming into your life. It's taking its time, but when it gets here, my God, it's gonna move you into a great deal of financial strength, financial foundation. But not just the financial, but I feel financial. I feel like this is someone living their best life. And it's going to come in, it may come in slow, is what I'm feeling. But once it gets to that arrival space, you come in this confident King of Pentacles energy. A business owner. The business of self. This is also you feeling prosperous and confident within your being, within your weird or whatever it is, that whatever is that projection that is being given to the outside world. It is the most authentic, which is also the most abundant, because being your more authentic self, I feel that is it's natural byproduct, this energy exchange, right? How are you feeling? What is your feelings? You're feeling strong. You're feeling capable. You're feeling emotionally balanced. You feel also completely connected to the universe around you. I think about how this animal is underwater, but it's a land creature, and it's the Queen of Wands, and it does not look like it's in any jeopardy of any kind. So I think of the water as the unconscious, and if this is your emotions, you're feeling this nurturing, loving presence within your being. You feel connected to the great divine. You feel connected to the all. And not only do you feel connected, you feel that energy that you are within it. You are within the great all. You are perceiving the fact that, the air around you is the all. You're perceiving it, and it's coming off as water. So this is you in a very deep connection with your unconscious. Incredibly deep connection with your unconscious. And the final result. Wow. Final results is emotional fulfillment. Penguins again. Okay, I'm loving this right now because we started with penguins and we're ending it with penguins. Also, this emotional fulfillment. The final results you're receiving, you have this Page of Pentacles also that came out. I feel like that's the pacing of building. It's the pace of things that are building. The Page is more of this messenger. One second. It's like your manifestation, solid beginnings. So solid beginnings in this energy of emotionally fulfillment. Being emotionally fulfilled, being bonded. Feeling whole and complete emotionally. I think of the spectrum of emotion. I think about how we work through that journey of self-discovery, of know thyself, and spiritual enlightenment of self. You're having these solid new beginnings with that moving forward, feeling more fulfilled, feeling more whole and complete and connected to yourself and the world around you. Being more connected to your family also. Through embodying that love, being that love and above. 33. We're going to do a card from the 42 Ideals of Ma'at in Daily Life. And I know that I kind of stumbled in a few of the moments for this reading, and I apologize. I sort of got tired for like a second. I relate in peace. I relate in peace. And I'm going to read out of this book. which is the 42 ideals of Ma'at in daily life. So that's 12. 3. 1, 2 is 3, which has been a number that I feel has been repeating this whole message. I relate in peace. The word peace is defined as freedom from disturbance, quiet and tranquility, but also finds its origins in the Anglo-French word paix, which is freedom from civil disorder. Rest in natural peace, in natural great peace, this exhausted mind, beaten helpless by karma and neurotic thought, like the relentless fury of the pounding waves in the infinite ocean of samsara. That was a passage from Nyoshul Kempo Rinpoche. I don't believe I said that entirely correctly. Human beings are living, breathing metaphors, each a tiny universe enveloped in the elements. In the BBC program Wonders of the Universe, the great physicist Brian Cox once stated that we are the cosmos made consciousness. And I think about the High Priestess, the cosmos made conscious. And that is something that you're perceiving. You're perceiving that inner resonance of the cosmos made conscious. And perhaps this consciousness we participate in throughout our life experience is part of the ordered chaos of the great cosmic scheme. The infinite ocean of samsara can be thought of as the never-ending process of creation, creating cosmic awareness, dreaming dreams, death being but a door to rebirth, and birth being a pathway for the process to begin yet again. Mystics of days gone by knew of this infinite cycle of studied the sacred nature of humans as a piece of poetry in motion, ordered creation, which mimics the divine mind of the universe. Each person was studied for what they are. The physical manifestation of the body was believed to be the spirit molded into form. Humanity as the analog, the universe as the digital, each function of the body viewed as a sacred code of the corporeal. I relate in peace as an ideal allows for ordered civility and reality programmed with peaceful tranquility as we consciously flow through samsara's infinite ocean with embodied serenity and acceptance of our relationship to life in all of its processes and passages. And I love how it even mentions the ocean and the infinite all of consciousness and how that feeling is of being within that space. I pray this message is clear as I could make it to add to that insight for self to be able to gain clarity on your path moving forward. For those that stuck around and listened to the entire message, thank you. Please feel free to like this message if you resonated to it at all, and subscribe. And I upload, I try to at least do something every day. I thank you and live in peace.